Hello dear students, welcome to the mathematics class. So here we continue the chapter playing with numbers. So in that, fifth main question. Write the smallest 5-digit number and express it in the form of its prime factors. So which one is the smallest 5-digit number? The smallest 5-digit number is 10,000. The smallest 5-digit number is 10,000. Now express that in terms of prime factors. Here by 2s are. So 2 5s are 10. So 000. Next. 2 2s are 4, 1 remain 10, 2 5s are 0 0. Next, 2 1s are 2, 2 2s are 4, 1 remain 10, 2 5s are. Next, 2 2 6s are 12, 2 2s are 4, 1 remain that is 10, 2 5s are 10. Next, by 5s are. So here it is 5 1s are 1 remain 12, 5 2s are 10. 2 remain 25, 5 5s are. Next by 5. So 5 2s are 10, 2 remain 25, 5 5s are. Next 5 5s are 25, 5 1s are. Therefore, what are the prime factors of 10,000? 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Next 5 4s. Sorry. 5 into 5 into 5 into 5. So 4 2s and 4 5s. So this is the prime factors of 10,000. That is smallest 5-digit number. So this is about 5th question. Now let us see 6th question. Find all prime factors of 1729 and arrange them in ascending order. Now state the relation, if any, between two consecutive prime factors. First, find the prime factors of 1729 and arrange them in ascending order. Next, see that if there is any relationship between two consecutive numbers. First, find the prime factors. So this one is not divisible by 2. Next, by 3. No. By 5, no. Next prime number is 7. Let us see. So 7 2s are 14. 3 remain 32. 7 4s are 28. 4 remain 49. 7 7. Okay, next. This one is not divisible by 7 again. So next 11, no. Take 13. So here now 13 ones are 13. How much remain? 11. 117 means so 13 9s are 170. Next 19 is a prime number, so 19 ones are. Therefore 1729. What we can write? 7 into 13 into 19. So these are now in ascending order. Now see that is there any relationship between two consecutive prime numbers? Let us see these two first, 7 and 13. So what is the difference between 7 and 13? 13 minus 7 you will get 6. And next see 13 and 19. What is the difference between 19 and 13? You will get that also 6. Means the difference between two consecutive number is 6. So that is the relationship between two consecutive prime factors. So what you can write that? The difference between two consecutive prime factors is how much? 6. So this is the relationship between two consecutive prime factors of 1729. So this is about the solution of 6th question. Now let us see next question, 7th one. So what it is? The product of three consecutive numbers. The product of three consecutive numbers. Consecutive means serial wise, like 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 6, 9, 8, 10, like that, consecutive. So the product of three consecutive numbers is always divisible by 6. Is always divisible by 6. Verify this statement with the help of some examples. Verify this statement with the help of some examples. So the product of three consecutive numbers is always divisible by 6. Verify that one. For example, write that 2 into 3 into 4. These are the three consecutive numbers. Like take one more. 7 into 8 into 9. So here see. So what is the product of this one now? So 2 3s are 6, 6 4s are 24. Next. Okay, here it is. 7 8s are 56. So 56 9s are how much you will get? 504. So is that divisible by 6? 504. Let us say 24 is divisible by 6. 6 1s are 6 4s are. And here it is. Check. 6 1s are 6 8s are or okay 6 8s are 48. 2 remain 24. 6 4s are 24. This is also divisible by 6. Means how it is divisible by 6? Means see here. In these three consecutive numbers, one is even number. Of course, you will get one even number, and here also see one even number is there. And next, one will be a multiple of 3. One will be a multiple of 3. So one even number means it is divisible by 2, and one multiple of 3 means it is divisible by 3. And when you will say that a number is divisible by 3, sorry 6, if a number is divisible by both 2 and 3, then you can say that is divisible by 6. So the product of three consecutive numbers are always divisible by 2 and 3, hence their product is also divisible by 6. The product of the three consecutive numbers are divisible by 3, hence it is divisible by 6, hence it is also divisible by 6. So what we can write means this one. In the three consecutive numbers, one will be other will be, or one will be even number and one will be a multiple of 3. Hence, it is always divisible by 6. For example, 2 into 3 into 4. So which is equals to 24. It is divisible by 6. Next, 7 into 8 into 9, which is equals to 504. This is also divisible by 6. So in the 3 consecutive numbers, one will be an even number and one will be a multiple of 3. Hence it is always divisible by 6. So this is the solution of 7th question. Now let us see next one. Eighth question. The sum of two consecutive odd numbers the sum of two consecutive odd numbers is divisible by 4. Is divisible by 4. Verify this statement with the help of some examples. Verify this statement with the help of some examples. Let us see. What is the question? The sum of two consecutive odd numbers, like 1 plus 3, or 3 plus 5, or 7 plus 9, like that. So, is always divisible by 4, they ask. Let us check. Some examples. 1 plus 3, what we get? 4. It is divisible by 4. Next. 3 plus 5, which is equals to 8, which is also divisible by 4. Next, 17 plus 19. So how much you will get? 36. It is also divisible by 4. So by these examples we can say that the sum of two consecutive odd numbers is always divisible by 4. Therefore, the sum of two consecutive odd numbers is always divisible by 4. S. The sum of two consecutive numbers is divisible by 4. So this is about the 8th question. Now let us see next question, 9th one. In which of the following expressions which of the following expressions prime factorization has been done? prime factorization has been done. The first one, 24, which is equals to 2 into 3 into 4. Is that a product of prime factors? No, because 4 is not a prime number. Hence, no. This one is no. Next, second one, 56, which is equals to 7 into 2 into 2 into 2. So, is that a product of prime factors? Yes, because 7 and 2 are the prime numbers. So, second one is yes. Next, third one. So, that is 17, which is equals to 2 into 5 into 7. Is that a product of prime numbers? Yes, because 2 is a prime, 5 is also prime, and 7 is also prime. So, this is yes. Third one is yes. Next, fourth one, D. 54, which is equals to 2 into 3 into 9. So, here is 9 is a prime number? No. Hence, it is no. So, this is our what? Ninth question. So, let us see next question. Okay, students, let us see next question. 10th one. Determine if 25,110 so is divisible by 45. You need to check that is that 25,110 is divisible by 45 or not. For that, hit they are given 5 and 9 are co-primes. 5 and 9 are co-primes. So test the divisibility of the number by 5 and 9. So you have studied that one of the divisibility test. So what is that? If a number is divisible by 2 co-primes, then that number is also divisible by their product. Yes. So here these two are the co-prime numbers, their product. 5 9s are 45. Means if this number is divisible by both 5 and 9, then it must and should be divisible by 45. So let us check, is that divisible by 5 and 9 or not? Okay, here our first try there. Factors of 45, which is equals to 5 into 9. So if this number is divisible by 5 and 9, then it must and should be divisible by 45. Now let us see. 25,100 is ends with digit 0. Means it is divisible by 5. You know that if a number is ends with 0, then it is divisible by 5. Similarly, next, alright, the sum of digits of 25,110 is, what is this? 2 plus 5 7, 7 plus 1 8, 8 plus 1 9, 9 plus 0 9. So if the sum of the digits of a number is divisible by 9, then a number is divisible by 9. You know that divisibility test. So the sum of the digits of these numbers is divisible by 9. That means 25,110 is also divisible by 9. So the given number is divisible by both 5 and 9, hence its must and should be divisible by 45. Therefore 25,110 is also divisible by 5 into 9, that is 45. So number 25,110 is divisible by 45. So this is about the solution of 10th question. Now let us see next question, level 1. What it is? 18 is divisible by both 2 and 3. It is also divisible by 2 into 3, 6. Similarly, a number is divisible by both 4 and 6. So can we say that the number must also be divisible by 4 into 6, 24? If not, give an example to justify your answer. So you know that divisibility test, if a number is divisible by 2 co-primes, then it must and should be divisible by their product. Here 2 and 3 are co-primes, so therefore their product 6 also divides the 18. But 4 and 6, these are not a co-primes. So those will divide 24, but those are not a co-primes. Then their product not necessarily divide a number, because those are not a co-primes. We can't say that whether it will divide or no. So we need to check that. Is that divide a number which is divisible by 4 and 6 and their product also? No. Because, let us see example. No. Because 12 is divisible by both 4 and 6, but not by their product 4 into 6, 24. Let us see. It is not possible because 12 is also divisible by both 4 and 6. So 4 3s are and 6 2s are divisible by both 4 and 6. But their product, that is 24. Is that 12 is divisible by 24? No. So this is our example. This statement is not true because 12 is not divisible by 24. So this is about the solution of 11th question. Now let us take last question of this exercise 12th one as your homework. We will continue in the next class. Thank you.